Yeah, no, we just get to, when it's that time.
Right, exactly right. Just turn the TV on when it's that time,
Yeah.
brother. Look at the clock, like, oh, it's probably about that time.
Yeah. I gotta fill that space for something else nice.
It's probably like 8 or
What's
8:30.
today? San Antonio. It's definitely gonna be late because
It's
they're in
gonna be
San
late because
Antonio.
it's San Antonio, so it's probably 8:30 ish Friday night.
They want to get all their money in. Oh man, welcome. This is our 39th session, 39th edition of Consult Lemonade's Tech Talk Tuesday. And this is our Father's Day edition. And so we wanted to bring you something very special. We have none other than Nigel Knowles of Beyond Commissions. And he's going to be here just talking about a few things of what he know about Consult Lemonade, what he know about tech, most importantly, what he know about fatherhood. So, Nigel, talk to me, my guy. How
Glad
do
to be
you
here.
feel
Good
today,
to see
bro?
you. I'm feeling good.
Man, thank you for obliging us with your
Thanks
presence.
for having me. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir, man. So tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're here.
So Nigel Knowles, I think you said it in the introduction. Beyond Commissions. Right now, I'm the president of Beyond Commissions, spinoff company. Who am I? I'm just another cat.
No, we're not doing that today, buddy.
Just another cat. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York. Got my electrical engineering degree from Cornell, upstate New York. Traveled down here, chased a woman a long time ago. Caught her. Ended up working here, worked for Procter & Gamble for a couple of years. Left there, got into tech. I'm an old dude. I've been around for a long time. Got into tech back when the internet was breaking. So that's
old money.
That's how old I am. That's old
money. That's the good money.
Right. Transitioned over. Started a software development company. Actually, I did not. I actually worked for a software development company. Actually purchased it from the owner. And then after a few years, spun off a product company, which is Beyond Commissions, and here I sit today.
Wait a minute. I've known you for at least 3 years, and I didn't know that.
You didn't know why?
Woo! You worked and purchased the company.
Yeah.
And then built another product company.
That is correct. Another podcast, I'll tell you everything you're not supposed to do when buying a company.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's the one. That's going to be the one.
Different podcast.
What not to do
not
when
to do.
buying
How
a
you
company.
not buy a company. That's right.
Wow.
What do you not do?
That's a good one.
It's all good.
That's a good one.
All good.
Well, that's lessons you learn from buying the company, taking a shot, right? I mean, what else would you do if you think it's something good, you see something good, and then you go after it? I think a lot of times, one of the best things about what you said you did was you took a shot, right? And then a lot of times we are in positions to want something, believe it's there, and then we don't go after it, right? What is that like in your field, not just buying the company, but in your field of looking for talent, interviewing talent, being a father? What do you find most important not to do when you're trying to do something?
Yeah, and I'm joking when I say what not to do, but I made a lot of mistakes, right? You've got to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
So the one thing I would say in either looking for talent, finding talent, or just doing your job or working, right, is at least be a master of what you do, or at least on your way to doing that thing, right? When I first started, I was a tech electrical engineer, but when I got into that internet side of things, there was a lot I didn't know. And not only that, there was a lot that you know how you know what you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know what you don't know.
Yeah.
But I was in a place of not knowing, you don't know what you don't know.
Wow.
And I remember a guy came to me and asked me, we were in tech, and he said something like, what's the subnet for you techies out there? What's the subnet mask on this? And I knew I didn't know the answer, but I didn't even know the question.
Wow.
And at that moment, I went and consumed tech. And at that time, there was a big thing called For Dummies, right? So I went and I got Internet for Dummies, browsers for dummies, networking for dummies, basic networking in 21 days, right? Yes. And just consumed it because I did not want to be back at that point of not even knowing the question that was being asked of me. So what I'd say to folks is you've got to, at least whatever it is that you're on, be on the journey to being a master of whatever that is, whether it's something small or something big, whatever that is.
I mean, that is, now I promise you, I know that's Holy Spirit because I literally heard that this morning on my run, and it was like, what do I say to the people tomorrow, right? And it was like, we know what we know.
Yep.
We know what we don't know. But do we know what we need to know?
Right.
Or do we know what we don't need to know that we don't know?
Right.
Right. How do we fill in that gap? And just being honest about it, like being okay with, I don't know, but there's a way to find out.
Right.
And I think that's very interesting that you said that you was triggered not by not knowing, but not knowing what he's talking about.
That's exactly right.
It's like, whoa, wait a minute. If I'm going to get into any of this, I at least need to know what these people are asking.
That's right. You've got to know the landscape. If you don't even know where you're walking, how you're supposed to walk, or how you're supposed to talk, what are you doing?
Wow.
At least start working on that. So for folks who are out there trying to raise their game, raise their level, consume it all, especially in this AI world.
Yeah.
AI is going to take over is taking over all the lower level. And this is beyond tech, right? All the lower level menial tasks, right? So the only thing that will be left are the folks that know.
Yeah. Know what?
No more than just knowing how to do, because AI will just do. So you've got to be able to know how to put all the do's together, right? How to be a little bit more creative and create a solution so that can be handed off to either the junior developer in my day or the AI, which is going to be tomorrow. But if you don't know that level of how all the pieces work together, you're not gonna make it.
And so, not to throw you guys off or us off, because you don't know it. What we're communicating is, you know you don't know it. And I always say, once you hear the problem, you also hear the solution.
Right.
If you don't know, your job is to find out.
Absolutely.
It's very simple. Like, that's a part of being resourceful. That's kind of what this AI thing is doing. It's like, you know what? I've learned that I don't know. And if I need to create some separation, be the one that will figure it out or find a way so you can communicate it to someone else.
Exactly, and that's what we look for. I mean, for me and anybody that's looking to, in today's world, how do you either pivot, find a new job, change your role? It's starting now, but even more so, people are looking for folks that can adapt. Can you figure it out? Can you find the solution? Yeah, there's going to be a problem or a question that comes up that you don't know the answer to. Can you figure it out? Can you find out? My interview questions always surround not what you did, but what you didn't do or you didn't know, and how did you figure it out?
So it's not what you did, what can you do?
What can you do? And how did you get to where you are? I look at those resumes as context to frame my question of, how did you get here? How did you figure this out? What would you do if? Long gone are the days of, okay, so, and you were an Oracle from this to this. Tell me about that. We need to penetrate to the next level. I mean, employers are penetrating to the next level.
So this is good. This is very good. So, this is so good. This is my level of expertise, which is, anytime you see me in a suit, I have a transportation company. Anytime you see me in a suit,
right.
I say, someone might say, you look nice. I'm like, no, I hate it. That means I'm working.
Yes.
I don't like to work. I like to think. And I brought that up because this is what you guys are looking for. We want to know, how do you think? How did you figure that out? Yes, you did that, but what brought you to that process of getting there? And that will tell most of us if we can work with you? What is your thought process? That is very interesting. So you just we had a hiring partner mock interview session, and you were one of the partners.
Yep, very powerful.
You've been one of the partners since we've been doing this thing.
Yep, very powerful.
And thank you for all of your support.
No, it's easy.
What are some of the things that you see in these mock interviews or these interviews, these processes? Have you seen good candidates? Have you seen candidates need to work on? What are some of the things you think they need to work on?
Yeah, no, great. So I probably put them in two different categories. I think all the candidates were great, right, in their own way.
Yeah.
Just showing up to improve yourself, right?
Yep.
You start off on the right foot. I spent a lot of time with the candidates on two different things.
Yeah.
One was just presentation of themselves.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm nervous. Okay, let's take 10 minutes to talk about why you're nervous.
Yeah.
This is not even a real interview. This is a mock interview about stuff that you know and I don't know.
Yeah.
Why are you nervous?
Wow.
You should be the one in control here.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of those kind of technical presentation things. Sitting down and somebody waiting for me to speak.
Yeah.
Why are you waiting? This is dead air. This is your chance to be on the offensive. Ask me a few questions.
Yeah.
Get me out of my comfort zone, or get me into a place that'll help you answer a question later on down the road that you can refer back to.
Wow.
Basically take control of the interview as much as you can.
Why do you believe that's possible? Why do you believe that is most powerful, and what is the benefit of that, and what is the lack of if one doesn't?
Yeah, and my point, I'll say employers, but not even just employers, people.
Yes.
People are looking for other people that will be part of their team and will fit. The way you find that out, or the way I find that out in an interview, is to have a conversation with people to see if you will fit. If you are just answering questions that I'm throwing out, one, I can't tell whether you can fit or not. One. Two, you're not going to leave a long-lasting impression. You just won't. And that gives me, that might be 2 strikes out of 3. That might be enough to knock you out of the game.
That's all I need.
That's all I need. That might be all I need.
And so, if I reverse it,
Yep.
You're saying, if I set myself apart and fill in the open air and ask you a question, not even a good question, just a question, throw you off your game, that give me 2 checks, like, well, at least he tried. He threw me on my game.
Absolutely. And even if it's not throwing you a game, because off your game, it might be a question that interests me, that gets me talking.
Yeah.
And now it's not about what's on the resume or the paper. It's about 2 people talking and having a conversation. And I walk away going, you know what?
I like that guy. Wow. The fun fact, the rest we can teach you. Because can I send you somewhere and you can have a conversation with somebody? That's what they're looking for. Wow.
And that applies to, can they talk to my fellow employees? Can they talk to the boss? Can they talk to the client? Can they talk to the support person? Can they talk to somebody on the phone? That's where we are right now.
Wow. So, if I'm hearing this correctly, not what you can do, but can you have a conversation?
To start, we can always get to the what can you do, and depending on what the role might be, that might be as important. But we used to always have a rule, and I always have the rule, which was a no jerks rule. We called it something else, but it's a no jerks rule.
Right.
Which means that if you're not a jerk, you're a good person, you mean well, I can teach you the rest.
Wow.
We can teach you the rest.
That's good. Because, if nothing else, you're going to have to speak to the resume.
We'll get there when we get there.
When we get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
If we get there.
If we get there. If we get there.
That's good. That's really good, man. That's really good.
The second part, you asked me, you had 2-part question. The second part was the actual content of the resume, making sure that folks owned the content of the resume. Don't give me back the answer that I just read on the piece of paper. If I read it on the piece of paper, I already know that answer. Expand on it, expound on it, talk about it. Give me a little bit more than what's not on the paper.
I've never heard that one before. That's good. So, and it goes along with the asking the question 100%. Of how did you get there?
100%.
I like that. And so when I catch them in the hallways, and I do a lot of the coaching, and I speak to a lot of business owner, transitional people, and one of the things I find very interesting in passing is people find it hard to sell themselves.
Right.
I'm like, you about to ask me about me. I can tell you about me. I can tell you everything that I didn't put on the paper. That's what you want to know.
Right.
And what you're saying is, hey, I read that, but help me understand a little bit more, highlight yourself a little bit more so I can choose you.
Right.
Or at least ask me some questions so you can choose me.
And if you don't know how to speak to how to sell yourself, then you need to practice that. Because that would be, if I said, tell me something about yourself, that's not on the paper, and you don't have an answer, that's your answer.
Wow.
So you've got to be able to at least comfortably be able to speak about yourself, what you did, what you haven't done, what you'd like to do.
Yeah.
It's all a conversation.
I mean, you make it sound so
because
easy.
It is that
simple.
easy. Because it is that easy. It really is that easy. It really is that easy.
Really. And today's world is like super complicated. Job out there. So they're saying there's 2 million jobs out there. People are saying we can't find a job. They've had 25,000 interviews. They got different kind of, resumes. What is it? Why is it so hard for people to be picked? Or why is it so hard for people to choose certain destinations?
Yeah, and that's quick because that gets to be more specific. So everything that I just said, I believe is the opening to getting whatever the job is that you're. If you don't have those things, it's going to be hard to get to the finish line.
Got it.
Now, you need other things alongside of that to get to the finish line, but that's the starting point.
Got it.
The other pieces that are out there, again, what you do matters.
Yeah.
How you position what you do or what you did matters. How did you get to the table matters. Did you just answer some random thing, or did somebody introduce you into this person?
Yeah.
Do you have some sort of relative connection with the company, with the person, or with the person who interviewed you with the person?
Got it.
What's your one up? What's your leg up? In today's world, it's about relationships.
Yeah, it's about relationships.
I believe so, and that's what I 100% believe that. I tell people, don't respond to anything, or I'm telling my son, do not respond or go on these interviews if you don't know anybody there, no one introduced you into that, or at least at a minimum, you have to understand fully what that company is doing, did, and is going to do. But it's in that order. The first thing you want to do is get introduced in. It's got to be a warm lead.
Wow.
When people introduce, if I'm looking at people, all things being equal, one came from me from Wali, and one didn't.
Right.
We know which one we're going with.
Wow. And so that's oh boy, that's so good. I'm trying to put all three together: relationship, fatherhood, and what you do, right? Like, I know they want to know, okay, so who is this guy and what is Beyond Commissions, right? That's one question. And then I want you to be able to say why Beyond Commission would like to partner with Consult Lemonade. What about Consult Lemonade? Why you partner with us? What about that relationship holds to be whatever that is, and why?
Okay. So really quickly, Beyond Commissions it's a software as a service platform. We target that wealth management arena, which includes life insurance and banks. We help them basically count their money and pay their people. So we bring in the money that comes in. We have a platform where they actually aggregate it. They have complex commission structures. We then calculate it and tell them who to pay and when. So it's an accounting payout system specifically designed for that industry. That's what Beyond Commissions is.
Beyond Commissions.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes.
That's exactly what you thought it was.
Exactly right.
We go past, you get paid.
That's
we make
absolutely
sure
right.
you keep your money and pay the people.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely
Got it. Got it.
The pitch for there also is when I speak to folks like that, if they're spending a ton of time in calculating commissions because you're using Excel or whatever, I usually push them and saying, why are you spending so much time on your paying people? You need to get beyond commissions, right? Your second question, what is it about Consult Lemonade? The folks, I got introduced to Consult Lemonade through Tiara, and I basically fell in love with her story and the mission of being able to take an individual who might be working 2 jobs and have them work 1 so they can spend time with the family. Boom. I'm in. And I told Tiara, what do you need me to do?
Wow.
And where do you need me to be?
That's the same as beyond commission. Let's speed this time up, bring you back in the house, go and be with the family.
Go be with the family. Where you need me to be. So, and then from that point on, that's usually what I say. Where do you want me to do?
Yeah.
And where do you need me to be? And what time? And because it's mission driven and I'm all about the mission. So
Man, that's amazing. I appreciate that. I normally say, I don't know why I'm here. I was told to be here.
Right, that's right.
And I'm like, the TSA, look, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm here. So I trust somebody will tell me what to do when I get here.
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good.
But and thank you for that, because it's saying a lot for Tiara, my wife, and I'm just Tiara's husband. I just do whatever she tells me to do. But that goes along with if it's Tiara's involved versus somebody else on the counter, like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm going over here because I know what the mission is.
100.
I know what they stand for.
100.
And it just speaks volume to a relationship when you show up and be yourself. I think it goes the same as when you're trying to, like you say, get someone hired or connected. It's like, you know what? Those are my people. I know who you are. I stand on them. And it give you a leg up because, like you said, you're coming in with some type of trust in the game.
Yep.
It's very important to do that. This fatherhood piece, though. How does fatherhood? You said you have 2 boys?
2 boys.
2 boys, which means he has a wife as well. So 2 boys, a wife, who's the mom, and you have beyond commissions.
Yep.
How do you, I don't believe in balance, how do you manage these relationships this day and age with your old money mindset, right? and this tech adjacent world?
Not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy. It's funny that you say you don't believe in balance, because I don't believe in balance either, right? So somebody even said that, and I was like, I don't like, balance is not the right word.
Yeah.
Because balance, at least for me, I think seesaw, I think
100%,
scale, I think
100%.
Up and down, and that ain't it.
Yeah. That's my belief, not whatever they say.
That's my belief as well.
Yeah.
That's 100% my belief.
Yeah.
And I'm living it.
Yeah.
It's probably more of if there was a ride versus a seesaw, it's more of a roller coaster,
100%.
which is what I try to do, sometimes successfully, sometimes not, is incorporate all of them together.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What does that look like? That means that I might be working 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But that also may mean that I might be at a kid event at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And not feel guilty about either one.
Yeah.
Right? It's a 24-hour cycle. I could be sleeping at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's all the things that have to get done. Balance to me means that there's a part for this and there's a part for that.
Yep.
It's gotta all work.
Yeah.
It's got to all work together.
Yeah.
So you talked about fatherhood. My sons and my wife. We are. We talked a little bit around AI. We are AI aware.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
We've had long conversations around AI and what AI is going to do for my lifetime, but more specifically for their lifetime.
Yep. Yeah.
For the summer, we're putting together an AI class structure for the four of us to take together, just to understand.
Really?
Wasn't my idea. It was actually my wife's idea. I just happen to think it's a great idea.
Wow.
And I say that not to be, and I just pick AI just as AI is a thing, but it's got to be all together.
Yeah.
It also benefits me because that's what I do at my work.
Yeah.
Right, and I can bring back and share or add to the conversation. But it's got to be all.
Man, I mean, that's a good one, and I think we might steal that and somehow spin off of that, because that's what Consult Lemonade do. Like, we are all about restoring families one tech job at a time, right? And sometimes the kids bring the parents in. Sometimes the parents bring the kids in. And then we're just like, yo, we have the entire family learning about the future, right? And one of the things I say, and I'm gonna talk to the people tomorrow about, is I know they say you appreciate Tierra and Consult Lemonade, right? I know you say you appreciate it, but what about it do you appreciate and why? And if you were a kid, or you had this back when you were a kid, what would you do with this, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we all gonna say, I would have. It's like, yeah, the trick is you can, like right now.
Right.
You can be a student right now, and you can show the student, your child, what a student looks like to be the student you're looking for. There's no way around it. Like, you can come in and become a student of Consult Lemonade, AI, whatever, and take your future to the next level and show them, hey, this is what it's like to be a student. The same way you saying, you should, you can. You know what I mean? Because we are all about the whole family. And it's important because what you just said was, you can say to the wife, hey, y'all need to take over because AI is gonna take over. You need to take over.
Right.
Like, you know what? Let's pay attention.
Let's do it together.
And it's a game changer because now everyone feels included, right? And that's important, man. Especially today's time, because you in this balance, and somebody go fast and somebody go slow. It's like taking turns. Well, we all can eat together. Right. We all can learn together. We all can drink together. Water is what I'm meaning. Learn together. That's important. So what about some of the environments that you encounter in Consult Lemonade, being here, been with us, learning about the staff, the people, the environment? What about that keeps you intrigued, or what do you learn from?
Yeah, it's the commitment. It's the commitment level. So I just said it. I'm a 24-hour cat, right? Which means I could be here working at 9 o'clock at night,
for real,
or Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance that when I'm here, I'm running into Consult Lemonade people.
That is real.
For the same reason, right? Because of this commitment.
Yeah.
And whether they're here to support Consult Lemonade, taking a class with Consult Lemonade. I saw some of the interns here not too long ago.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Wow. Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning. Wednesday night. Right? It's a commitment to the mission. Right?
That's real.
So for me, it's about just what you just said. It's not pointing the finger saying this is what you should. It's you should because we are. Wow. Right? We are here.
Yeah.
We are here doing what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
Which for me is I can't turn my back on that. Matter of fact, I'm in the boat. Let's go.
Yeah. No, let's
go.
That's the thing. Trust me, me and Tia argue about, when I say argue, we up all night, all morning talking about whatever, how we're gonna make the team better, but it's more on, if we're gonna ask them to do it, we gotta be the ones to show it first.
Yep.
So when it comes up, it's like, no. You seen me dragging that stuff in?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you seen me. I don't know computers. You seen me taking that class with Ms. Nancy. Like, if I'm gonna sit in, that means that you're gonna be here too.
That's absolutely right.
I promise you I can be doing something else. But it's more on, hey, look, let's grow together, right? What does it say or mean to have access. So hiring partners, bringing, we just had a class where we just had the entire team, I might get in trouble for this, but we just had the entire team take a financial class. The entire team is taking a financial class from one of our bank partners, right? And they're teaching us everything from psychology of money to trust to, you want the money, but what you gonna do with the money once you get the job, and how do you use other people's money, and all this stuff about taxes and no taxes, and not because we know so much about money.
Right.
But we want to make sure everyone has access to the information. Now, we got people from doctorates all the way to, like you said, interns. It's a lot of information. Absolutely. It's not being taught. But speak to what it's like to have access to hiring partners and being able to see those people that you want to be like.
Again, for me, I'm on this side, but it's you can't. It's hard to measure because it's the access to the information. So if I just take my small, and I just say from an overall size of the entity here, my small experiences can be huge for somebody else. The fact that I don't belittle it, right? The fact that I started in a company and I purchased a company and I spun off a company and I'm running a product company. We've got employees and HR and we do taxes and finance. And I'm freely willing to open that to any. Just come and ask me. Just come and talk to me. So if you can put somebody like me and multiply me by all the Consult Lemonade partners, and then just say, here you go, Consult Lemonade consumers. Here's your library of knowledge and people. That's access. What would you do?
Wow.
If you had that access. And then my question to you is, if that was in front of you and you didn't do anything, then why?
Wow.
Why didn't you do it? Consult Lemonade went and got this. It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
Why? You don't have to get the books for dummies. You don't have to go out and buy the 21 days networking. They just say, come here and ask the questions.
Wow. Listen, it's not too many times that you can shut me up. But that was a really good answer of truth. If you're talking to somebody who worked in a company, saw fit to buy the company, start another spin-off company. We're talking about 50 Cent. This is what 50 Cent do. He was an actor. He started a joint, then he did a spin-off, and then, and now you have a product of it. And you have access to say, how did you do that? And you not saying nothing? When you have all, and this is one of 50 partners that we have, right?
Exactly.
It's you can ask all of these questions.
Absolutely.
And you're praying and crying about there's no jobs or there's no opportunities, and you have this access. What do you do with it? And then you want me to believe you really want it.
It poses the question of, if it's in front of you, have you used the resources in front of you? And really, this isn't about me.
Yeah.
It's about all the partners that you then have access to. It's about all the information that you have access to, from financial literacy to tech to HR to government contracting. I'm just naming some of the partners that I know you guys bring in here.
Yeah.
Things are tight, absolutely 100%. When it gets tight, then you got to get tighter. Reach out to those partners. It's there. It's here. So again,
when
for me,
it gets tight, you got to get tighter.
You got to get tighter. So again, for me, I'm reading from my own manual of I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah.
Things got tight. I had to get tighter. I had to go in those days.
Yeah.
I had to go get books and read books and just walk around and understand and figure it out and make it work. I didn't have a Consult Lemonade that says, go just ask those cats right there.
Wow.
It's not to my knowledge. So,
no, that's, one of the things I do believe, is we, underestimate our influence, right? And so if we underestimate our influence, we really don't appreciate when someone else has it, right? And so it's kind of hard for us to benefit or eat from it. And what you're saying is there's so many different avenues for us to find out nowadays.
Sure.
Now, to be truthfully honest, it's information overload, right?
Yep.
And so there's a bunch of information out there, right information, good information, bad information, wrong information.
Yep.
But what do you do when there's so much information and you're not knowing where and what to go after?
You go to a trusted resource and you have them point the way. And I want to say this too. The information of my experiences are not superpowers. They're not something because I was so great. I got the information from other people, other places, other sources. Wasn't all just one source. There were bits and pieces all over the place.
Got it.
So that is the other reason why I'm just freely open to just sharing it, because it wasn't my information in the first place.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So at the point where you've got to figure out where the information is coming from or how to gauge the information, you go back to, again, in my mind, you go back to what you believe is a trusted source to then validate the information that's coming out. What does that look like, sound like? Wally, can I trust this guy here? Yep, that guy's legit. Good. I got an information source because the guy that I trusted told me that guy's good to go. So now I can move forward.
Wow. I think that's a very good point, because in the days time of not knowing, right? Like, everything begins with belief. You believe something, right? And so if you do not know, you should go to someone you do know.
That's absolutely right.
That might know more than what you know.
Absolutely right.
Right? And it yields the trust factor, right? We believe, we're the bridge to, bridge the gap, right? Trust and access. So we might have access to you people and might have the trust to the people. We might have trust to you and might have access. So we're the ones that you got to go through and say, you know what? Here's an opportunity, right? I think it's very important because a lot of times we make decisions from the wrong place.
Right.
And so we don't lean on trusted resources. Why? Because we don't even know we can go to trusted resources, because we somehow feel as like though we're not resourceful. What do we do with anything else? Hey, ask somebody, what do you know? And so I think it goes beyond saying you should tap into somebody that you trust, but most importantly, being able to have someone you can trust that can lead you to the right direction. What do you think we should be doing in today's climate to prioritize, or what should we prioritize in the next, say, 6 months?
We who?
We as a people, we as candidates, we as the ones that we say we want more from our lives.
So this is going to sound really weird, especially coming from the tech guy. But I'll tell you a really quick story first. I've got a marketing branding friend who we connect up every now and then. And she said to me a couple days ago, using social media for business interactions is dead. She said, social media is dead. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, due to, again, here's the AI coming up again, due to kind of AI basically slamming social media with automated posts, automated texts, automated emails, automated videos, deep fakes. People are pulling back because you don't know what's real anymore. You can't tell what's fake and what's real. I've got another friend who used to post LinkedIn posts, and he was diligent about posting 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. He is now getting labeled as an AI abuser because people don't believe that it's actually him posting it because they can only assume that it's AI. With that said, so people are pulling back. With that said, this kind of goes back to what I started with, is that we've got to build on the relationships. What's actually real? What can we touch? What can we feel? Who did you hear that from? Can you trust that person? Because you can't trust what's online anymore. You just can't, even if it looks like the guy you thought you knew yesterday. Unless you know for sure, you don't know.
It is the most important thing that we have to offer now, which is trust. The most important thing.
100%.
Because it has to be verified. In the world of cybersecurity, in the world of access, in the world of everything, it's just too sensitive to not know. And how do you do the opposite? You make sure. So yes, social media is social media. Yes, we can reach more people, but do we really want to reach more people, or do we want to reach the ones we're supposed to reach?
Right.
And so I'm 100% with you on, and I don't mind saying words, so I'm okay with like, oh, y'all late. Like, you really got to have human interaction. Like, the only thing that's going to separate AI in today's world is the ones that you actually know and trust. And who do you know or trust? A lot of people. So make sure you are real.
That's right. Employers are moving back to in-person interviews, right? Whereas before, folks, we had moved away from that. People were hiring on Zoom because it was good enough. People can't do that anymore. You just don't. I had another conversation with somebody last week. They were interviewing somebody, and you could tell that something wasn't right. Question, 2-second delay, perfect answer came after that.
Wow.
Brought him in for an interview, couldn't answer any of the questions.
So if I'm hearing it the way I spin it, if I'm hearing it correctly, there's no better time to be yourself than now.
That's right.
Not to be afraid of AI, because AI can't do what you do.
Okay, AI can't do what you do. So you have to, and again, back to what we were talking about before. If you don't know how to sell yourself, talk about yourself, speak about yourself comfortably, come on. Work on that then.
Consult Lemonade, we can help you.
Right. Come work on that. Wow. And then back to your point, then it's trust and access.
Wow. That's important, man. Yeah, all right. I think we hit a couple different points. Is there something that you would like to lead the people, or in today's search for a new job? You gave us a lot. You gave us priority of be okay with being yourself, prioritizing, not focusing so much on being afraid of AI, but learn on how to sell yourself more, work on it, get around trusted people, trust the people that you're around, or get some new people.
Right.
Continue to work on yourself, know your resume, but most importantly, what do you think about telling your story, though?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. As I was listening to you, what popped in my head is, I was going to say, what's your ask, right? Is when somebody asks you how you can help, because that's how I always end. I always, whenever I'm either talking about myself or somebody asks me a question, my follow-up question to them is, how can I help, right? That's how I was left with Tierra. How can I help? So what I would say to you is, what's your ask? So if I said to Tierra, how can I help? And she didn't have an answer for me, right? Lost opportunity. If somebody comes and asks you, what is it that you need? You should have an answer to that. If somebody says to you, what is it that you're looking for in a job? You should have an answer. If somebody says, where would you like to work? You should have an answer. If somebody says, who can I introduce you to? What's your ask? So that when somebody asks you that, you should have a really clear answer on what that is, and everybody should know. I'll give you one last story. I am a proud TEDCO recipient.
Yes, sir. Yes. TEDCO.
Yes.
We are. Hey, TEDCO, you in it there?
Absolutely.
Yes,
but for a while, I was upset at TEDCO because TEDCO was taking a long time to process my application. Right. A lot of things happened. I ended up flipping the script, and Consult Lemonade was a part of that mind shift for me. To the point where everyone that I was in contact with knew exactly that I was looking to close a deal with TEDCO. I was home one day, 6:30 evening, playing with my kid, football, and I got a call. I got a call from somebody who was in this building at the time and said, hey, Nigel, I don't know if you know, Tedco's in the building.
Oh, wow.
They're doing an event.
Yeah.
Just thought you should know. I have no idea if thought you should know.
Yeah. Wow.
And I left, and I came in, and I met a couple of people, which actually changed the trajectory of my applications.
Wow.
The point of the story is not about Tedco. The point of the story is, do people know what your ask is? At that time, that was my ask.
That is outstanding. I mean, I'm huge on, bro, they don't know. They don't know. Yeah. How can I sell you if I don't even know what you're doing? You were sold because you made sure people knew what you were trying to buy. That is outstanding story.
100%.
And because I was in part of the story, I totally understand what it's like to, hey man, my mom always told me, literally, and this is where my mind comes from, I can go into the bank and get whatever I want because I was able to ask for sugar. She said, go next door and borrow sugar and then pay the people back. Because I was never afraid to ask for sugar, I can walk into a bank.
Right.
We always know closed mouths don't get fed.
That's right.
You don't know I'm looking for a job.
That's
hey,
right.
what's good with you? I'm trying to get hired.
That's right.
Trying to get hired.
That's right.
Trying to get Tedco.
100%. 100%.
Because I need the people to work for me. And so whether it's God or the employer, what can I do for you? And when you're able to say that, somebody can make that come true.
Yep.
That is an excellent story. If that is not how you end the session with, no matter what you think you're looking for, do we know what you're looking for?
Absolutely, 100%.
Man, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you having me.
Make sure you know your ask so we can make sure you get it. Thank you. Till next time, Beyond Commissions, Consult Lemonade. We'll see you again.
Peace.